Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today I'm going to be actually restoring my black moldings that are on the E36, and just because they're a little faded, they're a little grayed out, so I have a solution to fix that for you if that's what you're looking for as well. So I actually recorded this video last night, but I never got an intro clip or an outro clip, so I'm going to be doing the intro right now and the outro as well, so I'll catch you guys in a few minutes. Alright, so now I have all the moldings in one place, and yes, by the way, I'm in my shed because it's a little dark outside and it's kind of cold, but in here it's warmer, there's better lighting, and I really want a video to be out by tomorrow, so here we go. So depending on your resources, you can either use a heat gun or you can also use a fan, which is kind of a hair dryer. Both should have the same results, give or take, but it'll get the job done as well. Now the heat gun that I'm using, I've been using for the past 5 to 6 years, and it's the Drill Master heat gun, and honestly, it withheld perfectly, so great heat gun to use if you're in the market. All right, so I'm going to start off with this rear piece right here, and you want to clean them off. I already did so because you can see the shine on it, and my hands are a little bit dirty from the grain that it had before, so I'm ready to just kind of jump into it and start heating up these moldings. So something to keep in mind is that the moldings, they have a little bit of a texture pattern over here, and you're going to want to be really careful when heating them up because you don't want to melt it, because if you do, you'll melt that one little tiny spot and it's going to be really noticeable. So just make sure to keep your eye out for that and be very careful when doing this. I'll show you a little demonstration of how I'm doing it, but if you have a wooden floor like I do, make sure to not do it on the floor because you don't want any risk of anything happening. So make sure to just be careful with that, but just for demonstration purposes, here's how this is going to work. Alright, so right there from that little pass, you can already see the difference that made. Alright, so here I have the first molding done. I mean, it's done on the top part, but I still have this top part to do, and you can see the finished difference right there. If I take one of the older moldings to compare it with, you can see that it's nowhere nearly as black as it's supposed to be. Like, the shine on this one versus this one is amazing. This is only in like LED light, but imagine in the sunlight how shiny it's gonna look and how good it's gonna look on an actual car. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this one right here on these top and bottom edges right there. You can definitely see how grayed out these pieces are, and again, just be careful, don't overdo it. The hardest parts are to do the tops and the bottoms right there, just because they're so thin. The heat gun can't spread the heat evenly, so you're gonna have to do that yourself, so just be careful with how you handle the heat gun, I guess. But I just have 3 left and should be good for today. Okay, so at this point I saved the best for last, or I guess in this case the worst for last, because this is going to be the hardest piece to do because you got to be really careful not to burn that BMW sign right there. And I don't know, just around all these edges right here and all of that, you have to be really careful and you have to pay lots of attention to it. Otherwise you're gonna end up with just like a flat black piece right here, and it's not gonna be the prettiest thing. But otherwise I have the rest of the pieces done right here. Alright, so the last and final piece is done, and I was being really careful with this one. It didn't come out the best, but it'll definitely do because it's not too far apart from these, and it definitely still looks better than what it used to. Just I was trying to be really careful around these BMW letters and this part right here. Let's go ahead and jump to the next day and see what it looks like in person. And here we have the front end of the car. Very nice shine, very good finish to the plastic now. Really happy with how that came out. Alright, and on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end the video because, well, I'm actually in the middle of a second video. I actually just blew my differential in this thing, so, you know, since it's my 8th or 7th time taking this thing out, I'm just going to go ahead and make a video on how to do that. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.